right, good morning everyone. This is Dan with Ledger Support. So welcome back to another session of, well, Dan with Ledger Support answering all your questions, I guess. It's good to be back. So as usual, I'm here for about an hour, maybe a little less today, but I'll try my best to answer all your questions. So if you've got any question, drop them in the chat. Maybe I can see your comments. No more black and white filter. I've had some bad feedback. But if you like it, we might bring it back. It had this little retro feeling that I personally liked. That being said, guys, I'm going to be here for at least 45 minutes. So if you have any questions, please drop them in the chat. And yeah, of course, anything is fair game. So go ahead. I'm really here to help you. Okay. Also, if you just got to this stream via Twitter, as usual, Twitter is really a dangerous place to be in crypto, especially if you just joined crypto recently, if you just got Ledger recently. The reason why is because there are a lot of fake accounts on Twitter. So fake Ledger support account, fake Ledger account, fake people working for Ledger or pretending to work for Ledger account. So you have to be super careful. So when it comes to support, for example, there is only one legit support account, and it's Ledger_support. That's the one with the golden check mark and the little Ledger logo here, although it's not super visible in dark mode. But if you change that to white mode, then you'll see it, or bright mode, I think it's called. You'll see it much better. And if you are on Twitter a lot, I would say like probably bookmark this page so you don't get exposed to any scams. And again, guys, never share your 20-forward recovery phrase. Anyone with your phrase will be able to steal your funds, okay, even if they don't have access to your device. So that's, again, just preaching the gospel here, but it's really the one-on-one on security. Okay, that being said, I'll start answering the questions, and let's go with tech. Also, please just want to make sure you can hear me okay. So if you could just post like a okay in the chat if the sound and image are all good. So that would be great. Okay, let's start with tech. Tech is saying, with the recent attention brought to blind signing, I would. Okay, thank you guys for. Yeah, thank you for the feedback, YC. So tech asking, with the recent attention brought to blind signing, I would like to ask if you and MetaMask are working together to come up with a solution to make it readable, also with Flare networks. Thank you. And second part of the question, there are a lot of people that would like to stay with Ledger, I'm sure. And if you guys work together with MetaMask, I think code can be written to solve why we have to blind sign. Thank you guys. Yeah, so this is a very good point. And it is true that blind signing, when you're using MetaMask or any third-party wallet that can connect to Ledger, so for example, Coinbase Wallet or Tahoe, any of those third-party solutions, blind signing is always an issue. We are working with MetaMask, but I don't know exactly when this issue will be fixed with regard to blind signing. Now, if you don't like blind signing, the best place to transact would be Ledger Live still. I know it's not as flexible as MetaMask, but there is quite a nice selection of dApps inside the Discover section here in Ledger Live. So you might find like a lot of the stuff that you use on a day-to-day. So for example, DEXs. So for example, if you want to swap, you can use 1inch. We've got pair swap as well. We've got plenty of staking apps. So there is quite a fair bit of different dApps that you can use within Ledger Live, and you'll never have to, you don't have to blind sign when it's used in Ledger Live, which is the the good thing about using Ledger Live. Now, that being said, definitely if we can make things better with the blind sign situation with MetaMask, we'll do it. I don't have an ETA, unfortunately. So yeah, but I'll escalate, as usual. I'm here to hear what you guys are saying and to escalate that to the developers so they know what to work on. So yeah, definitely a good point, Tech. Next question from YT in Vermont. I've been trying to recover my XRP from a Ledger NanoS that broke off one of the buttons when I replaced a dim screen. We've got 50K of XRP that I can't recover because nothing is working. The case number is 1464251. Any help will be greatly appreciated and needed if support is available to recover the XRP. Okay, so YT, basically, if you still have the recovery phrase, so the 24 words that the device generated when you first set up the device for the first time, and your XRP account was created while this recovery phrase was in the device, then you have nothing to worry about because you still have your private keys. So instead, what you can do is if the screen is too dim to read the transaction, and that if the screen is too dim and the device is no longer covered by the 2-year warranty, then I would personally encourage you to upgrade, so get a new device. For example, a NanoS Plus, like the one I have here. It's the same kind of experience, but it's just better on every front. So this one I've been using for almost 2 years now. It's great, bigger screen, more responsive buttons, more storage capacity. And also we can fix you with a discount code if you want to replace your Nano S. Okay, so you don't even have to part with your Nano S. You just open a ticket via our support center. There is a link in the video description, so you can send us a ticket. Okay, so on the support center, you just click contact us, start a conversation with the bot, explain the issue, or you say you've got a case number. So I guess you can ask the agent that's in contact with you to that you would like to upgrade to a Nano S Plus. They'll fix you with a nice discount code. You can keep the Nano S. You'll get a Nano S Plus. Once you get the new device, you can restore your recovery phrase in the Nano S Plus, and you can keep the Nano S as a backup. So that's probably the best thing you can do. And don't worry if you don't have the XRP wallet on Ledger Live, because as long as you have the recovery phrase, that's fine. Okay. Once you've got your device, for example, so the most important are the private keys and the recovery phrase. So if you have the recovery phrase, let's say you get a new device like the Nano, let's say you get a new Nano S Plus like this one, for example, then you will be able to type your recovery phrase inside the device. That's the only safe place to type your recovery phrase. And then you would go back to Ledger Live, add an account, select XRP, and re-add your XRP account with your device, and you'll be able to find your account, and then you'll be able to manage that account as before. Okay, so you replace the Nano S with another Nano S. In this case, YT, if it's the same recovery phrase and the same private keys, you can just connect your Ledger device to Ledger Live, click Add Account, select XRP, and you should see the same account pop back. But if it's not the same recovery phrase for whatever reason, for example, if the recovery phrase was wrongly backed up in the first place when you first copy it down, then there might be an issue. That being said, so I can see your case number. I will take note and take a look, and someone from my team will get back to you, or me, maybe tomorrow morning if there is an update. But I would say just let me share some steps that you can use. So try this, YT. Okay, just follow those steps. I'm going to drop this article in the chat here, at the bottom of the chat. So you can try those steps and see if that lets you find your address, okay? Okay, so next question, make peace. Please add more crypto for staking on Ledger Live. I've got LSK, Lisk, I guess, Mina, Flux, Bico, Bake, XRP, Vet, VeChain, Rune, Dia, Ocean. Okay, so a bunch of them. So yeah, of course, make peace. The goal is to have as many stakeable coins as possible in Ledger Live, but you know it takes time to integrate those staking features. That being said, not every coin and blockchain is stakeable, or like so. Not every coin can be staked. Only the coins that live on a proof of stake blockchain can be staked. For example, XRP doesn't live on a proof of stake blockchain, cannot be staked. VeChain can be staked, but not in Ledger Live. You have to use a third-party wallet. What else? Ocean, I don't know. Ajax, I don't know. But Mina, you can probably stake it using a third-party wallet. And I do think we have some documentation here. Yeah, here you go. So for Mina, you can just use a third-party wallet like Aura wallet here. And you can, like Aura wallet will probably let you stake your Mina. And this is just as safe as staking from Ledger Live, right? So maybe try that. But again, it's important to understand that not every coin can be staked, right? Only some coins, what we call the proof of stake coins. I'll drop this article here in the chat for you. Might be useful. Yeah, so YT, you say it's not recovering the old XRP wallet. So it might be because the recovery phrase is bad or like wasn't correctly backed up. That being said, I'll take a look at the ticket as soon as I can. So I'll try tomorrow, okay? But don't hesitate to reopen the ticket because the existing agent will get a notification and then they'll be able, you know, they'll take a second look. So next, Baby, yeah, Baby, if you have any questions, go for it. I'm here to help. Next question from Via de Successo. Is staking good on Ledger? Yeah, for sure. It's super safe and we have plenty of staking options. So Via, you can, if you want like a master guide of all the different staking options we have in Ledger Live, I would probably recommend this article here, which I'll drop in the chat for you so you can check your notification here in the chat. And then depending on which coin you want to stake, then just follow the corresponding tutorial. So for example, if you want to stake, I don't know, Cardano, then you click here and then you'll have to follow those steps here to stake within Ledger Live and so on and so forth. Next question, Agostinho, hey, welcome back. Sound and picture look good. Yeah, thank you, mate. If you have any questions, go for it. I'm here for another 30 minutes-ish. It's going to be a quick session, guys, today. Oh, by the way, if you just joined the chat, my name is Dan from Ledger Support. I'm here to help. If you have any questions, drop the questions in the chat. Cool. Next question from Madhupam Gupta. Please let me know about Cardano staking Ledger. So what exactly is happening, Madhupa? Maybe you can explain a little more. Now, Cardano staking is possible in Ledger Live or with your Ledger via a third-party wallet like Ada Lite. It's whatever you prefer. Since I'm already on this page here, I would recommend that you take a look at this article here. It does explain how to stake ADA coins using Ledger Live and your Ledger device. So you can just follow those steps. And you can also watch this little video here. I'll drop this article in the chat for you, Madhupam. So you have, you know, whenever you have time, you can take a look at it. Okay, next question. Agostinho, I noticed that my ADA address changed in my NanoS Plus. Can you explain UTXO blockchains in layman terms, please? Yeah, so this is normal, and you are correct that Cardano will change deposit address after each successful transaction. And it's a feature that is also shared by other blockchains like Bitcoin, for example, and what we call UTXO based blockchains. So in a sense, UTXOs are so the reason why this UTXO system has been created initially in Bitcoin is for privacy reasons. So instead of having all your balance in one place, like on Ethereum, where you have one address, and if someone gets your address, they can go on Etherscan, and then they can spy on all your transaction. Satoshi Nakamoto, that was the creator of Bitcoin, decided that instead of that, you could attach pieces of Bitcoin, like literally fragments of Bitcoin, to different addresses, and then the wallet will do the work of, you know, doing the accounting and understanding, okay, I've got that many fragments of Bitcoins attached to that many different addresses, and my total balance is this. So this is the reason why UTXO system was actually created in the first place. And UTXOs, they're quite interesting because when you spend them, you basically destroy them and you create new UTXOs. So it's quite a interesting system. If you want to learn more about it, I would say there is a website called Learn Me a Bitcoin. Yeah, this is great. This is great. Oh, okay. So Ledger blocked this page. I don't know why, but I swear it's safe. And so basically, it's technical guides on Bitcoin, including UTXO system, but explain for different level of understanding. So you've got the beginner explanation, you've got the intermediate explanation, and the expert explanation. And this is really, really well done. So yeah, just check it out. It's called Learn Me a Bitcoin. And Madhupam Gupta, why does it take 25 epochs to get the first reward? It's because it's a rule that's enforced by the Cardano blockchain. There's nothing we can do. So if it's the first time you're staking ADA, you will have to wait for, depending when you started staking, but from 10 to 20, I think it's 25 days, I think, so it can take quite a long time. But it's not because of Ledger, it's just how the Cardano blockchain works. Okay, so I hope that answered your question, Agostinho and Madhupam. All right, next question from Make Peace. If I stake Atom in Ledger, would I be able to get the airdrops? Just like the recent one, Dimension. If yes, where will I get the Dimension token or the upcoming airdrops? So Dimension, I think there were some rules. So there were like a bunch of steps that you had to do before you would be able to claim Dimension tokens, I think. But they have a blog post. So the Dimension project made a blog post on all the different steps that you had to complete before you could get the airdrop. Typically with Atom, you can get airdrops with Kepler. So you would connect your Ledger device to Kepler, and then you would, if like a network does an airdrop, then Kepler will let you connect to that network and with your Ledger device, and then you will see the airdropped coins on that account. I'll share the Kepler tutorial with you. Yeah, here we go. It's a very good tutorial. Explains Kepler in very simple terms, and it does explain how to go to different networks, and not sure it covers the airdrop part, but once you connect it to different chains, then the coins should be waiting for you, provided that you got the airdrop in the first place. But again, for Dimension specifically, you should definitely visit the Dimension project blog, and I know they have a blog post on how to claim the Dimension tokens. I'll drop this article for you in the chat. What's your name again? Make Peace. I'll drop that in the chat so you can have a look at it as well. All right. Next question. Struggle puff. Yeah, when stacks. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and you know what I'm gonna answer, right? I don't know an ETA. I don't have an ETA at least, and the only thing I can say is like you'll get an email when the stack is ready to ship. So, and what I know for sure is that the team is working hard to deliver a stacks that will work as advertised. But yeah, I don't really have an ETA to share with you. So I'm sorry about that. Okay, next question. Baby, stacks taking too long. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. It's like I'm also like affected, so to speak, because I'm still waiting for mine as well, and I'm pretty excited about it. But I know it's been so long, and so apologies for that, guys, on behalf of Ledger, I guess, because it's taking much longer than we thought when we launched the project. But yeah, the final stacks will be awesome, but yeah, it's taking much longer than expected for sure. Okay, next, so Baby, the next leg of your question was, when it comes to multi-signature, is it true that you import the wallet to Trust Wallet using the 24 keys? It can neglect the multisig system. Yeah, you should never do this, Baby, because if you import your 24 words into Trust Wallet, which is a hot wallet, then you're making your Ledger device, you're making your private keys hot. Okay, so it doesn't matter if they are stored in a Ledger device now or Trust Wallet. Now they're hot because they've been exposed to the internet or a computer that might be compromised. So you can never fully trust those private keys. So yeah, I would not recommend typing those private keys into Trust Wallet. In terms of like multi-signature, let me know what kind of multi-signature you're looking for, because I can recommend some alternatives. For example, if you want to do a Bitcoin multisig, there are different services that I can recommend, like Casa, for example, for Bitcoin accounts. They also do ETH. If you want something that's more tailored towards the Ethereum ecosystem, you can take a look at Safe. Safe is actually the Gnosis team that spun this. Gnosis Safe, that's a multisig solution that's fully compatible with Ledger. Casa Keys is also compatible with Ledger. Yeah, BTC, so Casa. I would go for Casa Keys. Yeah, Casa Keys. Yeah, just like that. Casa.io. Okay, so they called Casa.io. Yeah, this solution is really good. And again, fully compatible with Ledger. You'll never have to type your recovery phrase anywhere. You'll have multiple Ledger devices to sign transactions, and those devices will stay cold. Okay, the private keys will never be exposed. So again, I would definitely not recommend typing your recovery phrase anywhere. And okay. Oh no, so Baby, yeah, it was you that said BTC. So I don't know, Baby, if you can tell me like which Ledger multisig you are after, and happy to help here. Okay, next. Omega Stu, can you discuss any upcoming integration with third-party services or platforms to enhance the usability of Ledger devices? Yeah, for sure. So I can't spoil absolutely everything because we have a communication team whose job is to make those announcements. But you can expect more staking in Ledger Live. You can expect more stuff coming into the earn section here. So more integrations. You can expect, what else can you expect? You can expect the CL card to be available in more countries, right? So that's also cool. You can expect more apps in the Discover section. You can expect a lot of good stuff, but since we focus on security, it will always take more time for us. Okay, next. Tech, you're welcome. YT in Vermont, should I try Ledger Recover in Discovery? If you're not a subscriber, YT, it will not work. You because ledger recovery is an optional service, which you typically do before you lose your recovery phrase, right? So it's a backup for a recovery phrase, but if you never backed it up in the first place, ledger recovery is not going to help you. Okay. All right. So next question. Omega Stu. So many drop support. Okay. So much drop support for Monero. Can we expect Ledger to hold Monero without any third-party apps? So it's complicated, Stu. Monero has always been very challenging technically. I mean, not politically, but technically to implement in Ledger Live. Because of the ring signatures, so it's difficult. It's just like Ledger Live cannot compute those ring signatures, so it's very challenging, and that's why we don't support it in Ledger Live natively, and you have to use the GUI. So I don't think it's going to come to Ledger Live anytime soon. That being said, we have no plan to drop support for the app, so you will always be able to use the Monero app with your Ledger device and a third-party wallet. I don't think the Monero team is going to drop support for the GUI, so the GUI will always be, available. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. All right, guys. So next question, LS. How can I see my next group of, let's say, 10 or so Bitcoin receive addresses in Ledger Live? Okay. So you can't, LS. You can't in Ledger Live, but because your future deposit address will be created on the fly as you create new addresses. So you can't really see that in Ledger Live, but you could potentially, I'll give you a workaround. So you would go into your Bitcoin account like that, click the wrench icon, advance, grab the XPub here, then you copy the XPub, and you would use something like XPub, like this article here. And then it will teach you how to convert the XPub into a format that you can translate into a format that a blockchain explorer will accept. And using this, you might be able to see all the different future public addresses. At least you will be able to see all the past public addresses that you generated. So yeah, so check it out. I'll drop the link to this article here in the chat for you, LS. I don't know if that answered your question completely, but that might be a good place to start. YT, okay, have the recovery phrase but no longer have the XRP wallet. Okay, so I've covered that. YT, I'll take a look at your case. I'll try my best to get that fixed. In the meantime, YT, just be careful, okay? Don't interact with people. Not saying that Leah is trying to scam you, probably not, but I mean, like on social media, like Twitter, if you say that you've been scammed, like more scammers might come after you, or like you lost your XRP, like people might, scammers might come after you and try to help you, so to speak, and try to steal your recovery phrase, which would make things worse. But I'll take a look at your case, but just by the sound of it, it sounds like there is an issue with the recovery phrase. So yeah, to be continued. I'll take a look at the case as soon as possible. But in the meantime, what you can do is like try to go through your documents and files for a recovery phrase that might be missing, or for a different device that has a different recovery phrase, and then go back on Ledger Live and try to add your account. And if you can't find it in Ledger Live, you can try like a different tool like XRP Toolkit. So XRP Toolkit is a alternative app that you can use instead of Ledger Live. It's completely safe. You just connect your Ledger device to it and see if you can find your accounts using XRP Toolkit. If you cannot find your accounts on Ledger Live, you cannot find your accounts on XRP Toolkit, then the issue is most likely with the recovery phrase. So I'll drop XRP Toolkit here in the chat so you can try it out, YT. But again, just wait until we get back to you by email. Okay, I don't want you to be interacting with people that might not have your best interest in mind, and I don't accept payments for that. This is my job, so you don't have to pay me or my team or anyone else. Okay, it's just our job. But I appreciate the intention, but it's not necessary. Okay, BT, hey, what's going on, man? Like, nice to see you again. Stu, does Ledger have any plans for people that are in the BRC20 ecosystem and holding ordinals? Yes, there is some, like ordinals are on our map. So we know that there is a community that really loves ordinals. And so I wouldn't be surprised if something that's coming into Ledger Live in the future. I can't guarantee like when exactly, but that's something that we're looking at. In the meantime, I would say you can try to manage your BRC20 tokens with something like Ledger Wallet, and you connect your Ledger device to it. So yeah, so you can use, at least you can try. I've never tried that with BRC20 tokens, but it might work. It might work. So probably give it a try. Maybe try with a small amount of BRC20 tokens, experiment with it. And actually let me know if it does work, because we might need to update the documentation to let people know that it can also, Ledger Wallet plus your Ledger device can be used to manage BRC20 tokens. Omega, yeah, so I'll drop this article here in the chat for you. Oh, you can see your account on XRP Toolkit? Okay, well, so here you go. So there was an issue with the Ledger Live. I'm guessing maybe your version of Ledger Live was outdated. But I guess that's it. But that's great. So if you can see your account, I would say give Ledger Live an update. There might be a notification at the top. You should be on version 2.75.0. But if you see it in XRP Toolkit, then you're good, right? That means that the private keys are in the device, so you're safe. So that's good. That being said, if you still need it, I would recommend still that you get a new device, like a Nano S Plus, because the Nano S, it's an old device now, and you will really like the upgrade. It's worth it. Okay, next question. Mass-produced madness. So ThorSwap has been on Ledger Live for a while, but native Rune still isn't viewable. Any updates on that development? No updates, unfortunately. I don't know when that's going to be integrated. ASDEC. Aztec. Are they blind signing with Hashpack? I don't know if blind signing is supported. I don't know if Hedera require blind signing, that's what I meant. My suspicion is that yes, Hashpack will require blind signing. Hang on. Let me check that for you. So here's the Hedera app. Okay, public key, blah, 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 version. Yeah, I don't think there is there is no blind signing option in the app, but it doesn't mean that you'll be able to read what's on the screen when you use Hashpack. But Hashpack is safe, like I've used it myself. So it's a good way to manage your coins. But my recollection is that Hashpack is actually pretty good at showing you exactly what you're doing. So if you transfer HBAR or if you stake, it will actually be spelled out on the screen pretty visibly. Okay, so YT, maybe there is an issue with your version, whatever, the computer that you're using is not cannot support a new version of Ledger Live. Instead, I would say, keep using XRP Toolkit. It's just as safe as Ledger Live. Okay, next question. Mass-produced madness. Ledger Live is the best way to swap in ThorSwap when you use a larger device, but Rune still isn't. Oh, okay, so same question. Yeah, Rune is still not available. Agree that ThorSwap is awesome. Makepeace, I'm afraid to use any third-party app while using my Ledger. Is it safe to use a third-party app? Why can't we stake as simple as we do for Near and DOT in Ledger? Please make it simple like these two. Yeah, of course, like the goal is always to provide like a safe experience, safe and simple experience in Ledger Live, but they are, depending on the blockchain, sometimes staking is more complicated. But unfortunately, using third-party wallets, when the feature that you want is not supported in Ledger Live, unfortunately, using a third-party wallet is part of the Ledger experience, at least for now. But yeah, if you have any specific blockchain in mind, make peace. I can recommend some stuff like Tron, for example. I mean, we are going to bring back staking in Ledger Live soon, but using Tron Scan is also perfectly safe. Something like, I don't remember what you mentioned at the beginning, but Mina, like you can use the Aura wallet as well. That's also safe. As long as you don't type your 24 recovery phrase into any DApp, scam websites, then you're fine, right? Naren Kumar, why is XRPL? How does it work? What is XRPL digital ID and how does it work? I don't know what XRPL digital ID is. XRPL. So the XRP ledger, so it's a feature for XRP holders. Digital ID, I have no idea. I'm not completely up to date with what's going on with XRP. So XRP ledger, maybe it's like ENS but for XRP ledger. Oh, here you go. Decentralized identity on the XRPL. Unpacking. Okay. Okay. Well, interesting. So it seems like the XRP wallet might be able to support digital IDs. Okay. I'm not gonna venture like a guess on how to do this on the XRP ledger because I've never done it myself. So I'd rather not say anything. But yeah, probably worth investigating. Yeah, interesting. Okay, next question. Leah, question in Spanish. So you got, yeah, like there was a transaction from your Ledger device and now you're missing some XRP from your Nano and okay, you've lost XRP. Okay, so Leah, yeah, so I'm gonna take your case number as well, but to be fair with you guys, like whenever that happens, it's usually because it can be two things, right? It can be someone has access to your Ledger device and PIN code, and they were able to sign a transaction on your behalf using your Ledger device, or the recovery phrase was shared somehow. And sometimes I've seen many cases like that where someone might share the recovery phrase, but they don't realize that they share the recovery phrase. For example, they would take a picture of their recovery phrase, or they would copy paste the recovery phrase into an app on their computer or on their phone or into a password manager. Just by doing this, you're creating a digital copy that lives on your computer, and that might be accessed because you never know who has access to your computer or phone. I've seen instances where someone had a picture of their recovery phrase, right? And they downloaded a malicious app from the App Store that requested access to their photo gallery. And of course, in the photo gallery, there was the picture of the recovery phrase. And this is how their accounts was drained because, through that channel. So crazy. So again, you have to be super, super careful. So Leah, someone from my team or myself will get back to you. But unfortunately, it's probably somehow someone got your 24 words. Next question. Aztec. Oh no, Omega's 2, I think. For Bitcoin layer 2 mint layer, are there any plans for Ledger to integrate with the wallet Mojito to all mint layer mainnet? I don't know. I'll have to look into this. Aztec, how many DOT do I need to stake? Also, how many ADA coins? ADA coins, you can start with like 1 ADA, even less than that. There is no minimum. For DOT, you need at least 566 coins. Let me give you the exact number. 562 DOT. If you don't have that nominated, then you won't get rewards, basically. So it's not even worth it to stake. What you can do, if you have less dots than that, you can join a nomination pool. However, nomination pool, you can start staking with just 2.5 dots. Nomination pool. Yeah, this. So Aztec, what you can do is just check this article here, how to join a Polkadot nomination pool. This is if you have less than 562 dots in your account. I'll drop the link in the description, in the chat for you. Okay. YT, you said, every time I open Ledger Live, it tells me that there's an update several times a day. I think there is a glitch. Yeah, okay. I can't use the XRP toolkit to send my missing XRP to one of my Ledger. Okay, I'll have to take a look at what's going on. Maybe because your Ledger device itself is outdated. You know, if you haven't updated Ledger Live for a long time because your computer doesn't support new version of Ledger Live, most likely everything is outdated. So the app, the firmware on your device, the XRP app on your device, everything is outdated. So you will have like issues connecting to Ledger Live or XRP toolkits, or some stuff might not be working. But as long as you have your recovery phrase, then you should be good, right? So again, probably the easiest way would be to get a new device, and then you restore your private keys into the new device using a recovery phrase, and then you connect that to XRP toolkits or Ledger Live, and then boom, you can use your account again. Okay, next question. And guys, I'll have to leave soon actually. I've got 3 more minutes. Alessandro, what is the best way to withdraw my credits? Do I have to send them back to an external exchange? Can I send them directly to my bank account? Alessandro, there is only, in Ledger Live, you can only sell Bitcoin to bank account. So you go to buy, sell, here, sell, but it's only for Bitcoin. If you are trying to sell something else, you might, yeah, I think it's just Bitcoin for now. If you have a different coin in mind, then yes, you'll have to send it to an exchange and then withdraw from the exchange to your bank account. Leah, okay, we talked about this. Geeko, what's the easiest way to buy crypto from my ledger? I need more and more and more, but I don't really have buying crypto on my ledger, just to withdraw. Oh yeah, the easiest way is to go to the buy sell section here, and you, for example, let's say you want to buy, let's say for example you're in the US, okay? So you would say, hey, I'm using US dollar, I want to buy 500 US dollar of Bitcoin. I'm gonna pay, I'm in the US, okay. I'm in the US, I wanna pay with PayPal, blah, 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 continue to PayPal. Oh yeah, so well, in this case, you will have to connect your PayPal account, but then, you will be quoted like different rates, and then you can select the provider that gives you the best rate, and then you can use them, right? You see like, these are all the different providers that will sell you some Bitcoin. So for example, for Bitcoin in the US right now, MoonPay is the best quote. Yeah, no worries, Alessandro. Last question, guys, and I have to go. Red Rockets, I saw an update about ICP being added to Ledger Live. Can we now send ICP from Coinbase directly to Ledger Live without having to send it to a third party like DNS? Yes, you can. Red Rocket, we have documentation on ICP, which I'll share with you, but yeah, you can create an account in Ledger Live with your Ledger device. But ICP is like pretty basic right now, so you can only send and receive and see your balance in Ledger Live. But it's better than nothing. But if you want to stake, then you'll have to use a third-party wallet. That being said, at least you'll be able to see your balance in Ledger Live. I'll drop this article here into the chat so you can take a look at it. All right, guys, so I'll have to go now. Yeah, so thank you so much. If you share your case ID, I'll be back. I'll take a look at them tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow, my time, so 10, 11 a.m. CT, or someone from CS will do it. In the meantime, guys, again, just please be careful. Do not share your recovery phrase, okay, the 24 words. You should never give it to someone, type it anywhere, take a picture of it, put it in a password manager, put it on your phone, just don't, because you don't know who has access to those devices, and if they do and you don't know it, then now they have access to your private keys and they can drain your account, okay? And Deepak, you cannot stake BTC. BTC is a proof of stake coin. It cannot be staked. If you want to stake, coins, you'll have to choose a coin that can be staked, and we have documentation that will explain to you which coins you can stake in Ledger. So I'll drop the link here in the chat for you. But BTC unfortunately does not support proof of stake. It's a proof of work coin. Okay, all right guys, thank you so much. I'll see you next week. There's going to be a live on Thursday as well with Felix. And yeah, so if you have any issue, you can tune in for that, 4:30 p.m. CT as well, so Paris time. And as for me, I'll be back on Monday, same time, so 4:30 p.m. CT. That's Paris time again. Stay safe, don't share your recovery phrase, and yep, I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.